Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please do not forget to click on the subscribe button and do not forget to tell a friend about Dami Inspire YouTube channel. Welcome guys. Now on today's topic, I will be talking about how to handle unsatisfied customers. Now, it's every business owner's dream, to please their customers. We all strive for a good customer care experience. We want our customers to be happy. We want them to always come back to us. We want them to refer us to a lot of thousands of people. But we know that sometimes bad complaints, bad services can be inevitable. Now, sometimes it's beyond the business owner's control. Maybe in the process of delivering a good or services, sometimes issues would arise, maybe from the logistic department or the customer care. Sometimes there might be mix-up in goods and services that are supposed to be rendered. Now, for example, you could even have a good that got destroyed in transit, and this is really beyond your control. So you have customers that are irate, customers that are upset. Now, how are you going to handle unsatisfied customers? Knowing that with the boom in social media, a single thumbs down or a negative review on your product and service can actually affect your business totally. It can ruin the years of hard work. So it's very important that we take these complaints from our customers seriously. Now, having complaints is not really the issue. The issue is how to manage these complaints. How do you handle these complaints and turn it around to that? Instead of having a bad customer service, you can use these complaints, you can use the feedback to now have a good and excellent customer service delivery. So I'll be sharing 7 tips on how to handle unsatisfied customers. Now, the first on my list is that you have to listen attentively to the complaints. Now, many of us just listen to respond. We do not listen to understand. So if you listen attentively to these complaints, you will understand what the challenge is. Now, it's very important that as you're listening, you ask questions to clarify if you do not understand anything, so that you are sure of the solution that you are going to provide, to remedy the situation. So rather than just listening because you want to respond, you need to listen to understand. For example, even if the complaints came in form of a mail or a DM or a message, now before you respond, try to listen or read that message at least twice so you understand the words behind the anger. So that will help you in providing an excellent solution to remedy the whole situation. Now, the second on the list is that you shouldn't get defensive. Don't get defensive, rather apologize. The first thing that you should do from your own end of the conversation is that you should apologize. Give a sincere apology for the issue or the services that the customer did not enjoy. And don't give a shabby apology, give a thorough apology. Now, apologize. You can say, for example, we sincerely apologize that you did not get to enjoy the services as we promised, or we sincerely apologize for the mix-up in the delivery. Give a thorough and detailed apology. Do not get defensive. What happens is that when you get defensive, you get angry, you can escalate the issue more than it has already been. So do not get defensive, rather start with an apology. This will go a long way in redeeming your company's image. Do not get defensive, rather apologize. Now, number 3 on the list is that you need to address the customer's issue immediately. Do not allow it to linger. Do not wait and say, oh, this customer is one of those my haters. No, you have to address their issues immediately, as soon as possible. So the faster you attend to them, that already is another kind of good customer service experience. Now, they have a complaint. No, it did not take you another 24 hours to attend to them, to attend to their complaint. It took you another 10 minutes, 5 seconds, or 2 seconds that someone reached out to them. Immediately they made this complaint. That already is something good already. They're like, okay, these people really care about us, these people really care about their services, and these people really care about the feedback. So it's very important that you address the customer's issues immediately. Do not wait for it to linger, because the more you wait, it could even get more terrible for you, because one bad comment on social media can ruin your business. One thumbs down can just really ruin all your hard work over the years. So please take this very, very seriously. Now, number 4 on the list is that you have to provide a solution. Fine, you have apologized to the customer, but after you apologize, what are you going to do about it? Provide a clear-cut solution. Tell the customer that, oh, We are going to resolve this issue in the next 24 hours. We're going to send a technical team to you in the next 2 hours, or in the next 1 hour, in the next 30 minutes or 30 seconds. Oh, this is what we're going to do. We're going to give you a replacement. There should be a thorough solution. Don't just say, okay, oh, we are sorry. But then what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about the complaints? You have to put a solution. Let the customers see that you care and you're worried about them. You want them to have an excellent service delivery. Take an action. You don't just apologize with words, but take an action. There should be a corresponding action after your sincere apology. Now, number 5 on the list is that you have to show empathy. Now, let the customer know that you care about them. You can relate with them on a personal level. Show empathy, like, oh, we are terribly sorry. I can imagine how you feel that you didn't get the goods that you ordered for. You know, in your words, in your actions, show empathy, show emotion, show that you care. The customers will know that, oh, these people are not robots. They just don't want to take our money, but they really genuinely care about us. So it's very important that you show empathy. And number 6 on the list is that do not take it personal. Truth be told, this customer does not have an issue with you personally. The customer most likely doesn't even know anything about you, but the customer knows your product, your services. The customer paid money to get some goods and services from you, so they are upset about your products. They are upset about your services. They are not necessarily upset with you. So do not take it personal. So when the complaints come, don't immediately feel attacked. Don't immediately allow it to affect your morale, because when your morale is low, it's going to make you will not be productive. You will not know the accurate solution to give. You can even get so upset that you don't even attend to the customer. And by doing that, you are escalating the issue because you've taken it personal. It has affected your mood. Now you're having like self-pity and feeling bad for yourself. Oh, my service is crap. But it's not necessary. You just need to look for how to solve the situation and not beat yourself down for having a bad feedback or a negative feedback from a customer. So it's very important that you do not take it personally at all. It's not about you, it's about the product and services that you render. Now, the last but not the least on this list is that you need to follow up immediately. So after you have apologized, you listen to the customer complaints, you've apologized, you've rendered a solution, you've showed empathy, you've done all this, then do a follow-up. If there's been a replacement for the good, now you have to do a follow-up to call and find out, oh, the one we sent to you, do you like it? Is it exactly what you want? Is it perfect? Does it suit your need? You need to follow up. Maybe after a day or two, you could follow up immediately, or maybe also after a day or two, you could do a follow-up and call, send a message, or make a call and say, oh, please, hope you are now satisfied with our service. Hope we have been able to, redeem our image. Get feedbacks from them. So this is very important. Don't just leave it that, oh, I've done my bit. No, you need to follow up. You need to get concrete feedback from them. You need to ensure that they are 100% satisfied. It's a lot of work being a business owner, and one customer's bad review can destroy your 100 years of hard work. So it's not necessary to have such bad feedbacks. You can do something about it, and you can always turn every negative feedback into something positive. It can help you in your business. You can get these feedbacks and use them constructively to increase or have a better, excellent customer service. So these are my 7 tips on how to satisfy your irate customers, or better still, how to undo unsatisfied customers. Because truth be told, sometimes you cannot really 100% please everybody. Some people will be upset with your services. So do not beat yourself down. Try to do something about it. So you need to master this art. As a business owner, you need to master how to undo unsatisfied customers and turn the situation around for your good. Thank you so much for listening today. If you have any suggestions, please put that in the comment section. Till I see you next time, I remain Dami Inspire. Bye. This complaint as important as every other customer that you have. Every customer is important. So take their complaints, handle their complaints well. Don't get defensive. Apologize.